Welcome. We have a very special show planned for you today, our crossover show with Mayor Barbario, our Mayor of Parsippany, and me from the ShopRite of Parsippany with Easy Cooking with Ev. So we've got a double show going on today, and the Mayor is going to cook with us, so we're really excited. And he put in a special request for... I
don't know what. Chicken.
It's Italian, right?
Oh,
Italian.
I put a request in for Italian food because that's what I grew up with. But this will be a healthy Italian food. But before I say anything, go forward, I want to welcome you to Pride in Parsippany. I'm your host, Mayor James Barbario. And my guest today is Evelyn Vanalfo, the dietitian here at ShopRite. And I'm looking forward to the show. I do eat healthy. I don't want you to think I don't. But there's times you run out of things to make.
Yeah.
You don't know what to make healthy, so there's no better person to show me that other than a dietitian.
Okay, great. So we're a great combination, a great team today.
Yep.
So we were really excited when we heard the Mayor wanted to cook with us. And it just so happens we're celebrating 10 years that ShopRite has dietitians.
That's good, that's great.
And it all started here at the ShopRite of Parsippany in West Caldwell. So we're very proud of that fact. And guess what the theme is for the 10-year anniversary?
You tell me.
Healthy meal makeovers. Healthy meal makeovers.
We can make a good team, don't we? Because she'll finish my sentence. Thank you.
Yeah, this works out good.
That's good, really.
So that's what we're here for. Healthy meal makeovers with Italian. I'm also Italian, so we got the Italian thing going. So we're going to have some fun today.
That's right.
Okay. So, Mayor, on Sunday mornings, were you one of those families where your mother would get up early and get the gravy going?
We call it sauce, but you can call it gravy. But yes, always up early in the morning. Actually, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa!
So you would cut up the onions up, put them in the pot, with olive oil, and you would smell that aroma in the morning. It was the greatest thing in the world. And I could tell you, growing up that way, when my wife cooks now, it smells like my mother's house.
Wow! So your wife gets up early and she does similar?
Well, yeah, she does. Not that early though.
5 in the morning.
Right.
And that's funny because I have a similar memory of my mom doing the same thing, frying the onions and the garlic and then adding, the tomatoes, and it would be on the pot like for hours, right? The pot, on the stove for hours. And do you remember what she would put in the pot?
My mother would, first she would do that, then she put the sauce in, but before she did all that, while she was doing that, she made the meatballs. The meatballs would bake for a while. When they came out, the sausage went in. They would bake, and then over a course of time, everything went into the pot. And sometimes, if we didn't finish our pork, if we had a loin, she would freeze it, cut it up, and put that in there as well.
The pork, yeah. My mom would do the neck bones.
Yeah, whatever.
The neck bones, the pork. So that was why some families called it gravy, some called it sauce.
Right.
But it would be like a big thing. It would be sausage, meatballs, pork.
Everything.
And it would simmer, right?
Simmer for hours and hours.
Exactly.
But on a Sunday, you had to eat by 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Always after church.
Exactly.
We got the Italian bread, bringing the Italian bread, then it was great.
It was awesome.
Those were great memories for me, I can tell you that.
Yeah. So we're going to do a quick version of that, right? So we'll just go ahead by the magic of TV. We have everything ready to go here. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to get cooking. Okay. So welcome back. We're all ready to go, and here at ShopRite, we are very serious about food safety, so we're wearing our gloves today. And Mayor is going to make the meatballs for us. So he's going to put the olive oil, about a teaspoon of olive oil in the pan, and about 5 cloves of chopped garlic. Oh, it's nice and sizzling, just the way we like it. See, he's a natural. Yep. So he's going to swirl that around. Okay. Excellent.
All right, that's good.
Great, Mayor. Great. So what I'm going to ask you to do, we've got our Italian imported San Marzano tomatoes. These are the best, the San Marzano. How do you feel about squishing these with your hands?
Not a problem.
All right,
I make
go for it.
meatballs too, so.
All right, we're going to have Mayor make the sauce and the meatballs for us. And this is really just a quick version of the sauce and the gravy we were telling you guys about earlier. It's probably going to be ready in about 25 minutes. So we've got that going. Just going to lower the heat a little here.
No, I'm giving up my secrets. My wife's going to know I can cook, for real.
All right. Ooh, that's really hot.
Pretty good.
Okay.
I guess I should go wash my hands real quick. I don't know.
Yeah, you can take the gloves off when you're done.
Well, I'm going to make the meatballs yet, right?
Yeah, we'll get another bowl for that. Okay, very good, Mayor. And if you want, you can get rid of those gloves. There's a garbage right there. So we're going to pour the tomatoes, the San Marzano tomatoes, right in there. The olive oil and the garlic, and already it's almost starting to smell like Sunday morning here, right?
It smells good already. Then you open up that can.
All right, excellent. So I'm going to give that a stir. Okay, now we're going to have the Mayor get the meatballs going, all right? I'm going to get you a clean bowl.
All right, we're getting ready here.
Okay.
Man, they do work now. I think so. Here we go. All right.
Okay, great.
We have the meat now?
So, yep, we're ready to roll. So we've got about 3/4 of a pound of lean ground beef. This is 93% lean.
That's my meatball. All right.
Excellent. And then we're going to add an egg white, so you can pour that right in there. Beautiful. Perfect. And we've got, that is our basil and parsley, our fresh chopped. You can add that right in there. Perfect. Great. We've got a slice of bread, all ripped up.
Wow, that's a slice. Doesn't look that dangerous when it just looks like this.
Yeah, right? All right, perfect. And this is like this is a little different from what my mom used to do, maybe your mom.
Exactly, definitely.
But this is a 1/4 cup of ricotta cheese.
Wow.
And this is part skim. So we're going to put that in there, something different. Great. Should we put a little grated cheese in there, Mayor?
Absolutely,
What do you think?
I do.
Okay. Maybe in the fridge. Here we go.
There we go.
Just put a little in there.
Come bella cella luna.
He sings too.
I'm mixing. We got to put the
Mix.
salt
Oh,
and
yeah.
pepper.
You
That's right.
know what?
You could do that for me.
Just some salt, pepper to taste. All right. Mayor's going to mix the meatballs and serenade us.
That's it. I eat antipasta twice just because she is so nice. Angelina, see?
Ooh.
All
Little
right.
ad lib there. All right. Excellent. Okay.
I'm getting good at this.
So it's almost mixed. And we're going to go ahead and roll the meatballs in about a minute. When it's nice and mixed, I'm going to get us a little dish so we can put our meatballs on there. We're going to make little meatballs because they'll cook fast. And you can make a nice spaghetti and meatball dinner for your family like within a half hour.
All right.
It's excellent.
All right.
Oh,
Here we go.
hey, Mayor, have you heard about using Parmesan Reggiano rinds?
No.
Okay. So if you have the real Parmesan Reggiano, save the rind. There's a lot of great flavor in there. So when you make pasta fazool or pasta faggiola, you put the rind in there, or you can even do that with a sauce. And all that delicious richness and butteriness goes into the soup or the sauce. So we're going to do that. That's this particular recipe. My mom didn't do it, but did your mom ever do anything like that?
No, because we ate it. We used to cut it up and she would yell at us, don't eat all the cheese.
Oh, I know. It's so good.
Just about the right size?
That's perfect.
I'll put it here, right? We'll put it in there.
Perfect.
Should I put it on the plate?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. Can you smell that?
I smell it.
Smells amazing. Sunday morning here.
Yep.
All right, great. I'm going to help you. And make them nice and small. And then, as our meatballs are cooking in the sauce, we're going to go ahead and make some broccoli rabe and pasta. How about broccoli rabe? Are you familiar with that, Mayor?
Yep. Actually, you had it on sale here at ShopRite for 99 cents a few weeks ago. I bought a whole bunch of it. I canned it already.
Did you really?
I cook it and I put it in a mason jar and I do all that.
Wow.
Because if you don't cook it right away, it can go bad pretty quick. So.
That's a great idea. So when you say you canned it, how do you can it?
I use the mason jars. I boil it and I put the jar in the cold water.
Oh,
It seals right up. So I
Wow.
got 4 mason jars full. Hello there, how are you? Good.
Very impressive.
All right.
Okay, yeah. If you want to get rid of those gloves,
Sure.
we'll get you some clean ones in just a minute. So we got a mayor who sings and who cans
Put them
broccoli rabe. Yeah.
Come as well. So
Sure,
put them
go
right
for
in.
it. Put them right in there. Beautiful.
So if my shirt gets ruined, I'll just send a bill to the owner of the company here. There we go.
All right, very nice. Thank you. That looks great. Okay. So we've got our meatballs cooking. It's going to take about 15 minutes.
Right.
Okay. So in the meantime, we're going to just take a short break and we're going to get ready to do our broccoli rabe and our pasta. As you know, the mayor put together the meatballs and the sauce. In the recipe, you also add 1.5 cups of water.
Right, we didn't-
Right? So we kind of did that on our break. And the reason why we add the water is when you use the tomatoes, it gets really thick.
Right.
Like really, really thick. So the water will give it a perfect consistency when it's done, and it's just enough to cook our meatballs. So our meatballs are cooking. All right, Mayor, what do you think?
Oh, it's getting there. You see
Okay.
little bubbles coming up.
That's right. Okay, good. So we could start with our broccoli rabe. And this is a big giant bunch of broccoli rabe that we washed and we cut up. So Mayor's going to add the stalks first because those take a little longer to cook.
All right.
Perfect.
That's a good idea. I never thought of it. I cut the stalks usually away.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
like the stalks.
Yeah, that's right. And to your point, there's a lot of nutrition in
Right.
all this too. So, and the Mayor's eating healthier now.
That's right.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, okay, so we're just going to give that 1 minute just to boil up. And then we're going to add the rest.
Right.
We're going to let that cook for 2 minutes, and then we're going to drain it, and we're actually going to keep the cooking water, right?
Yep, we're going to for the pasta.
And to your point, why were we keeping the
because
cooking water?
You keep the nutrients from the broccoli rabe, which your body will absorb, but it also will be in the pasta as well.
Excellent point, right. Because that's what happens when you're cooking your vegetables in the water.
Right.
All the nutrients go in there, right?
Right.
And then if we throw the water out, you're throwing some of the nutrients out.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do that. And it also imparts really nice flavor, too.
Yeah.
This is like one of my favorite dishes. It's
I
really
love broccoli
good.
rabe. It's one of my favorite. I love broccoli and broccoli rabe, but broccoli rabe, when you saute it, man, it's so good.
And how do you do it? You were telling me before.
What I do is I'll boil it.
Okay.
If I buy a lot of it, so I can, because broccoli rabe in the refrigerator will go bad pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I do is I buy a whole bunch, I boil it, not real long, because it'll continue to cook, and I take mason jars. I put the broccoli rabe in first, and then I take the water with all the nutrients, and I pour it in the mason jar.
Okay.
I close it up, I put the mason jar in cold water, and it seals it up almost instantly.
Wow.
Then I put it in the refrigerator, and I use it as I need it.
Okay, that's
And then,
great.
so you don't want to, because when it's on sale, 99 cents a pound is a great sale. So you think I'm buying for like a nuclear attack, just in case I got to go to my shelter. But
Yeah, but I mean, how great is that? So
Right.
that you have this delicious and really healthy
Right.
go-to
And
side dish.
But I actually eat broccoli rabe also if I make eggs.
Ooh,
In the morning,
I love that.
I like to have a vegetable, an egg for the protein. And I do have the carb very early in the morning, which might be a banana. But I'll use the broccoli rabe too as a source of a carbohydrate.
That's like one of the healthiest carbs you can have. And it's actually so low in
Right,
carbs,
right,
and it's so
right.
nutrient dense.
But
So
it's a
that's
good
a
carb.
great, right, that's a fantastic strategy. I love that. Being a dietitian,
That's what I do.
that's like a dream breakfast. Okay, great. So this looks like it's starting to come to a little bit of a boil. So can you add the rest?
Yep.
Or I can help you?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
We're a team.
Yep.
Let's see if we'll get that. Oh, there you go.
All right, perfect. Going to give this another couple minutes. Okay, got a surprise pasta to tell you about, Mayor.
What's that?
I got a surprise pasta to tell you about.
I actually read it, and I'd never heard of it before, but I'm going to let you explain it.
Sure. So this is great. You know, we're all trying to eat healthier now. I know the
Right.
mayor is. And these bonza pastas are actually made from chickpeas or garbanzo beans. That's all it is. And we know beans are so incredibly healthy for us. Incredible fiber, nutrition, fights heart disease, helps fight cholesterol. So that's all this is. So this is definitely a lower carb, healthier choice, right? Yeah.
And the great thing, 25 grams of protein.
Very good.
So,
it's a good, and you're a label reader too.
No, it's right in the front.
Oh, even better. Yeah, so that's great.
Not that good.
So yeah, but there's a lot of information on the package and in the label. So that's also going to help you with your healthy plan. Absolutely. Okay, so that's cooking away. And what else can I tell you? So what we're going to do is we're going to cook our pasta in the water, and then we're going to drain it, and then we're going to saute everything together.
Right.
So we're going to saute our sun-dried tomatoes, our pinoli nuts, our garlic. Okay, let's take a look at our meatballs.
Well, they're cooking pretty good now.
Yeah, looking good. And you're going to see this is going to really thicken up really nicely.
That's what's good about sauce. Well, I guess one reason why you have to have it on Sundays is if you want to get it just right, you have to cook it for a long time.
That's right. This is going to be ready soon. And are you like hungry?
Not super hungry, but I want to have a taste.
Okay, good. And this is all healthy for us, so we can enjoy it. Myself and the mayor took our broccoli rabe in the hot water, in the boiling water, and we drained it and we saved the water, right?
Yep.
So here's the water, and that's just getting up, ready to get boiling. So we're going to have the mayor.
The whole thing, right?
The whole thing.
Emerald goes bang, but I'm going to go Bonza instead. The Banza, whatever. Hope I'm not saying it wrong.
No, you're saying it right. Bonza.
Yep. There we go.
Okay, perfect.
Put that here.
Thank you.
I always mix it right away for a reason.
And why do you do that?
I don't want it to stick.
Exactly.
And I try to separate it because if you leave it in one clump, those pieces will stick together.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. You know, as soon as it goes in the boiling water, you want to stir it so it doesn't stick together.
Should I put the top back on?
Yeah, we could just leave it just the way
Yeah,
it is.
I think
Perfect.
so. I agree.
No, I'll get rid of this.
Okay.
All right. And how are we doing with our meatballs, Mayor?
The thickening with the sauce, like you say, you let it simmer, and the more it simmers, the thicker it becomes. And I love thick sauce. I don't really like it too thin.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's all according to what you're eating at the time. So
Right.
if you're having spaghetti, I do like it thicker.
Yeah, me too. It's
know.
richer. It's got a good taste.
But my favorite pasta is rigatoni.
Oh,
Because I feel like a man, big piece of pasta. It's good. Spaghetti, the problem with the
Man-sized
spaghetti,
pasta.
you start twirling, next thing you know, you're getting your face painted. So
Well, next time we'll make sure we have rigatoni for you.
no, it's okay. The Banz is good. I mean,
Yeah. All right, that looks fantastic. Okay. How are we doing with this?
it's starting to boil now.
Awesome.
So once it starts boiling, I also mix it one more time.
Excellent. Okay, great. So this is probably just going to be ready in about 5 minutes.
Right.
So while we're doing this, maybe we should, what do you think? You want to start on the salad?
Yeah, we'll do the salad. We'll start tossing it up.
Fantastic.
Ready? No, I'm only kidding. I'll toss it the normal way. But I'm going to add, you tell me what I add.
So this is arugula, right?
Yep.
We got our arugula salad, or it's also called rocket. You know why they call it rocket?
No.
Because it has a little bit of a bite, right? Like a peppery.
Yeah, arugula does.
Right? And this is another healthy vegetable, right? It's got lots of antioxidants like our broccoli rabe, lots of vitamins, fiber. So, and this is really cooking the way the Italians really cook, like the Mediterranean style diet. A lot of vegetables, all kinds of colors, eating a rainbow of color. They eat a lot of beans, hence our Bonza pasta, right? Beans. And leaner versions of things. So this really is more like the Mediterranean diet. So this is great. Okay, so we have our dressing.
Right.
And what do we whisk together? Some olive oil, some balsamic vinegar, some Dijon mustard. Okay. All right, Mayor, so maybe you can do the honors and pour all the vegetables together.
This is the olives. This is, I guess, the Greek olives and the Italian green olives.
That's exactly it. Excellent. And olives, part of the Mediterranean diet.
Cherry tomatoes cut in half. I love cherry tomatoes. I mean, we grow them every year.
You grow them? Yeah?
I grow them, yep, every single year.
Oh, wow. What's your secret? Do you do anything special to them?
No, one thing I learned about tomatoes, they just seem to grow anywhere. I always have a tough time with my eggplant.
Okay.
Artichokes, hearts.
Marinated artichoke hearts. Yep.
I feel like this is New Year's Eve. Or Christmas Eve,
Right.
actually.
This is the holidays.
And this is parsley, right?
Yep, parsley. There's some chopped parsley and some chopped basil.
Yep.
Excellent.
And we grow basil, too. We grow a lot of basil.
Oh, wow. Fresh basil is awesome,
Yeah,
isn't it?
We have basil everywhere, and then they put the dressing on.
Yeah.
And I'll mix it.
That's perfect. And again, we were talking about a rainbow of color, so we've got all kinds of colors in there, loaded with different antioxidants, and vitamins.
And I'm going to mix it now?
Yep, mix it now. That would be great. And it's so much fun to cook with friends and family.
That's right.
And here at ShopRite, one of our missions is to get families and friends to cook together. And when families cook together and eat together, what do you think some of the benefits are of that?
Well, you get time with your family.
Yes.
Being a mayor, I don't really get to see my family during the week too often. So like I was telling you before, on Sundays, I cook breakfast every Sunday. I'm the cook. Everybody sits around the table. We talk. We discuss how everybody's events are going and stuff like that. And it's important. What's nice about that is I remember when I was a young kid, Wednesday was always pasta day as well, because you ate the leftovers from Monday. So Sunday and Monday, but we were always had to be home by 5 o'clock. We didn't have all these iPads and stuff. Street light went on, you knew you had to be home.
Yes,
so.
yeah, exactly. Families ate together.
Yep.
And we do want to see more of that.
Families that eat together stay together.
That's it, exactly. Kids also do better in school.
Yep.
Get better grades.
There's actually a town in Jersey that one of the homework assignments is you have to eat with your family.
Wow.
I thought that was really good.
I love that. All the schools should do that.
They didn't have no homework to take home. As long as you have dinner with your family, you talk about your day.
That's great.
So.
And we also like to promote kids cooking too. We do kids cooking classes here, and kids and that's the other thing. When kids cook, they tend to try new things, right? Did your kids cook in the kitchen?
When I was a kid, yeah, my son, he likes to cook. I mean, he'll come in. I'll make my own. I'll make this myself. But when I was a kid, I actually would sit down with my mother.
Wow.
We used to make the Monte Gras for Easter. He showed me how to do that. I used to make the Italian ribbons. She taught me how to do that.
So the Monte Gras, what did you make? Actually make the pancakes?
Yeah, we'd make and that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's like probably so amazingly delicious.
It was a lot of fun, though. It brings back great memories.
And what were the Italian ribbons?
The ribbons were basically you use, I forget how many eggs and stuff with the flour.
Oh, the dough,
You roll it out, and then you have the ribbon cutter.
Yeah.
And you cut the ribbons, and it looks like, and you can make bow ties with it.
That's right.
And then you would deep fry it, put powdered sugar and honey on it, and it was like,
man.
oh boy.
Delicious.
It was so good.
I loved all that. What about strufoli, right?
Yeah, strufoli's the other one, yeah.
Too?
The
That
round
was
balls,
good.
that's good. We did that.
Yeah.
Don't do what I did, though. What I did one time with the strufelis was, after I made them, a few days went by, I said, let me heat it up, in the microwave, because the honey's on it. It was a brick. I couldn't even get it out. So don't do that. That's all I can tell you.
All right. So, I think, what do you think? Should we try the pasta? Do you think it's ready?
I don't think it's ready yet.
Okay.
But,
you stir the pasta, I'll stir the meatballs.
I'll test it real quick.
Yep, test it. And it's good, as you cook, don't be afraid to taste and try and test, because then you know. You can add more salt and pepper or seasonings, or that's how you know the pasta's done.
It's super al dente.
Okay.
A little bit longer.
Okay.
I like it al
sounds
dente,
good.
though.
Look how thick it got.
I did, really.
Isn't that nice?
Wish my hair would get that thick. It's not gonna, though.
Okay, the mayor put about 1 to 2 teaspoons of oil in the pan, right?
In the beginning, it was like a shovel, but we took care of that. All right.
We had a little extra oil, so we just poured some of it out. We're just going to add some of the chopped garlic to that. Oh, a little hot. And you'll just lower that. Okay.
There you
Woo!
go. There you go.
You all right?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Woo!
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our broccoli rabe that we cooked.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Hey.
The mayor can cook. It's not just govern. Alrighty.
All right, great. Excellent. So we're going to get that nice and hot.
Right.
And we're going to add our, you want to add the pine nuts to that?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Pine nuts
Good.
are great. That's
I
how you make
know.
your basil with pine nuts.
That's right. What is that called again? The basil and the pine nuts? Pesto, right?
Yeah, pesto.
Yep. And how, do you make pesto with your garden basil?
Yeah.
And what
Well,
do you do?
my wife makes it. I don't
Okay.
make it. But yes, we use we have like so much basil.
So you got lots of, that's a great way to use up all the leftover basil,
Yep.
right? Your wife is a great cook. She's been really helping you too.
Yeah, she probably
with your
should be
healthy
here.
program. Yeah, we'll have to have her on next time. All right. So you can go ahead and cook your pine nuts with the broccoli rabe, and just let that get going. And then we're going to add our sun-dried tomatoes too.
I love sun-dried tomatoes. Every time I go out to have a salad, I always ask for sun-dried tomatoes. So.
That has such rich flavor.
Yep.
And that's a great way to add flavor to your food as well. And again, loaded with vitamins, antioxidants. Again, we're just adding color to our dish.
The next show is Clean the Kitchen show. Right?
A lot of dishes to clean. But that's why I love cooking at ShopRite.
Right.
Because I just bring the dishes to the kitchen and somebody
it.
else does them. And they have the sharpest knives here.
Oh, they do.
It's nice to cook with sharp knives, right? All right. So we're going to let that continue to cook. What do you think, Mayor? Do you
Wow.
think this looks about done?
You know, right now. Yeah, you don't want to get it too thick.
Okay, so we're going to turn that off. That's perfect.
Right.
Excellent. All right, this looks beautiful, so we're just going to give this a couple more minutes.
Right.
And we're going to plate all this up. We've got some spaghetti for our meatballs and sauce. And, oh, guess what we have to add to this? The pasta.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right, perfect. We can do the honors. Beautiful. Excellent.
Oh, it's very good, I can tell you that.
Yeah. While you do that, I'll add some salt and pepper.
I'm not an egotistical person. We can call it Evelyn's Italian Restaurant. How's that?
Evelyn and Mayor and the Mayor's Italian Restaurant. Okay, excellent. All right, so we're going to just finish cooking this up. We're going to plate it up, and you're going to see how beautiful our Italian table looks in just a minute. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, this is Chef Mark. I'm from Parsippany ShopRite. We're going to do a couple Italian dishes with a little bit of healthy twist on it today. We're going to do a stuffed chicken with a mozzarella and parsley stuffing, and we're going to do a quinoa eggplant tower with ricotta. So it's the little of the classic Italian dishes with a little healthy twist.
Well, I'm the mayor of the township of Parsippany Troy Hills, Mayor James Barbario, and I'm going to be here with Mark Chef watching and see if he does a good job. And I'm sure you will.
I definitely need a delegate.
Exactly.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start the sauce for the chicken first. We'll let that simmer a little bit. We'll take a little bit of our oil, a little bit of garlic, give it a little bit of color. You don't want it to brown too much. Just have our chicken broth or chicken stock ready. So as soon as you see, give it a little bit of color. You can
Right.
smell it's nice.
Smells like my mother's kitchen.
That's it. As soon as you see, give it a little bit of color. Get the broth in there. That'll stop the browning. You'll still have the heat in there, but you want to stop the browning. You don't want it to get bitter. Get all of our chicken broth in there. Take our tomatoes, nice fire roasted tomato. We're just going to let that simmer as we're preparing our chicken. So what we did with our chicken, we took a 4-ounce chicken breast, nice portion size.
Right.
Pound it out so it's a little bit easier to roll. We're going to have a little bit of salt and pepper, season that up. And then we have our basil, parsley, and mozzarella, shredded mozzarella.
There you go.
Take a little bit of that, part skim. If you want to do a whole, you can, but the part skim is a little bit better because there's a little less fat. It won't run out on you when you put it in the oven.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You like eating with chicken?
Oh, I do.
Meat, yeah.
I like, there isn't any type of chicken I don't like. Put it that way.
Yeah, there's so many different variations you could do with poultry. So many different sauces, baking, frying,
Right.
steaming. It's really nice. We get our toothpicks ready. Make sure you pound them out a little bit, because if you don't pound the breast out and you try and roll it, it's going to be too thick. Start from the heavier end. There's always a fatter end on there.
Right.
Just kind of roll it up.
There you go.
Get everything inside.
Want to do this one?
You want to do one? Sure.
Yeah, why not? Can't hurt any.
Just kind of stick a toothpick through there.
Okay.
It's nice having a sushi.
Oop.
Got our sauce going here. All you're going to do is just bring that one to a simmer.
Do I have it?
There you go.
All right, thank you.
Roll the last one. Okay, and then we have our black iron pan. All you're going to do is take your pan spray. If you want to do a little bit of oil just to give it a little bit of color, you can. We're trying to kind of keep this on the healthy side. So bring this up not too hot. You don't want it smoking.
Right.
Give a little bit of a spray. And then all you're going to do is the seam side down. Put it right in the oven, in the pan. It's going to start to seal it up a little bit. And from that point, all you're going to do is take it and just put it right in the oven. This is a magic oven.
Okay, good.
So you see, because we were on television, it's a magic.
Wow, look at that.
We kind of
I'm
did
pretty
these
quick.
ahead of time.
I know, I see.
All right, so
Oh, man, that looks good.
yeah, you can see. Then you sprinkle the. We had the Parmesan right before we put them in the oven. Sprinkle them on while they're in the
Right.
oven, and then just pull them out. I wouldn't put them in the pan because they're gonna. The breadcrumbs in the pan.
Right.
Because they're gonna brown up on you. It's gonna get dark. But you put them in the oven, and you're good to go.
I started cooking with cast iron just recently, and it seems the heat's better, it cooks better.
Oh, it's nice.
And even though they're heavy, they're worth it.
Yeah, it's a nice even heat.
Right.
You know, it carries over real nice. It's almost like cooking with copper.
Right.
You know. We'll just leave this in here to stay warm. Okay, so for our next dish, we're going to do a quinoa crusted eggplant tower.
All right.
So normally you do eggplant tower, breaded flour, breaded eggplant. We're trying to take some of the gluten out of it, some of the breading out of it. We're going to use a quinoa and a little bit of gluten-free. I use the gluten-free breadcrumb instead of a regular breadcrumb, make it a little healthier. So what we do is we took a cooked quinoa. Otherwise, it takes, you normally when you make quinoa, soak it overnight, cook it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, let it open up, cool it, and that'll be. But
Right.
there's products out there really nice. Use a cooked quinoa, and then we take a gluten-free breadcrumb, and you can see, it's almost like breadcrumbs.
All right.
So what you do is you take your eggplant.
Oh, wow.
You can peel it if you want. We just left the skin on for this recipe. Slice it down. One eggplant's enough for a family of 4. You're gonna make a stack. So we take our storm flour, regular eggs, Always try to keep one hand dry, one hand wet. And all you're going to do is make sure it's covered with egg. Take a little bit of the coating in your hand, put some on the bottom, put some on top, and just pat it down. That's all. We get our pan to bake with. Spray our pan. There you go.
There you go. Got it.
You say you can only boil water. What happened?
Now I can cook.
Put it in
But if
our
I tell my
pan.
wife I can cook, I'll be cooking more.
There you go.
Oh, it's on TV. Over here.
Okay, so we got our. Once you have them all coated with the quinoa and the your breadcrumb mix, you're going to put them in the oven. 25 minutes. Again, you have some done ahead of time. So you see, once you add the breadcrumb and you add the quinoa to it, it dries up real nice. Gives it a nice coating, and it makes it easier to make the stack. So what we do is take some of our sauce. We use the Meyer Glen all natural fire roasted sauce. A little bit different than the one we're making for the chicken. And all you're going to do is start making your stacks. You take a little bit of your ricotta mix. It's easy. You can use a spoon if you want. If you don't have a scoop, don't push down until you have all your layers together. And then just push it down.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Try.
There we go. I like ricotta, so you say use a lot of it.
Oh, it's real nice. And if you want to add a little sour cream to the ricotta to make it a little creamier, but it turned out nice like this. So then you just finish your platter, and that's for serving. You can put a little bit of more sauce on top, a little Parmesan cheese. All right, and now we're going to take our chicken out of the oven. The sauce should be all set right now. Nice and reduced down.
Yep.
Just
Pour it right on.
that's it. Put it a little bit right down the middle for serving. I'm just going to open one up for you to see how it stays nice inside the cheese.
Oh yes, very nice.
Stays nice. Like I said, if you use the part skim, it'll stay nice and it won't run out all over the place. So there's our two dishes for you.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, Mark.
All right, well, we've plated up all this amazing food, and we've got our beautiful eggplant stacks. Again, these are gluten-free, made with the quinoa and the sorghum flour, stacked with our light ricotta cheese and our marinara sauce that the chef and the mayor made. And then we have our beautiful lightened up baked chicken rollatini. And you guys probably know about the Veggetti spiralizer. You can get your summer squash or your zucchini. Have you seen that?
Yep.
Your wife makes that, right?
Yeah, she makes a zucchini instead of spaghetti, so we keep it a healthy. We still have the sauce and all that kind of stuff.
That's wonderful. It is.
Pretty
It
neat.
really is good. So that's what it looks like, if you can see that. And then my partner Barbara, our other dietitian, she did all the work spiralizing our zucchini, and she sauteed it with a little olive oil and garlic and made this beautiful presentation with a little bit of grated cheese and some parsley. We now sell this all done for you in our produce department. So if you don't want to do the work, you can buy this and have your healthy noodles all ready to go. This is the salad, the arugula and artichoke salad that Mayor made for us. Look at that. It looks
That's good. I mean, I tell you, we definitely can open our own restaurant.
We should do that. Our Sunday sauce that we made in a half an hour here at ShopRite. And you want to tell them a little about our little dish here?
This is the pasta, which is actually not pasta. It's garbanzo bean with the broccoli rabe, sun-dried tomatoes, pine nuts, and all mixed in together. Of course, we used olive oil and garlic. But this is a substitute for anybody that is, this is gluten-free, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Anybody that has a gluten intolerance. Not only that, though, if you're diabetic, there'd be less of a spike in your sugar because pasta spikes your sugar pretty quick. Well, it does for me, and I don't eat that much pasta. I eat it maybe once every 4 months, but I never knew they made it out of garbanzo beans, which means maybe I can have it a little bit more.
Absolutely.
So, it looks very, it is tasty because I tasted it already. So it's enjoyable.
Can't wait to try all this.
Right.
And then we have, you know, New Jersey's the garden state.
That's right.
So we've got some of our garden fresh right here, our Jersey tomatoes and our zucchini and our squash, our beautiful butternut squash. It's October already, right? Trick or treat time soon. So we have our abundance of the fall harvest right here. We sell all the wines to go with that. We've got some of Lydia's Pinot Grigio today, and we have the whole line of our Italian imported olive oils and tomato and sauces. So you can get it all here. And again, we're so thrilled. Thank you so much for doing this great show with us, Mayor.
Great. Well, maybe we'll do a holiday show next.
Yeah, we should. We should, definitely. And again, we just want to emphasize family meals, how important that is.
Right.
And eating delicious food and healthy food. And so glad you can join us. And we wish you all the best on your healthy
endeavors, right?
Healthy endeavors.
And I also like to thank everybody once again for tuning in to Pride in Parsippany. It's always a great pleasure. What's so wonderful about Parsippany, I grew up here, but as you know, we were ranked the 5th best place to live in the United States of America by Money Magazine about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
And
congratulations.
it's a great honor, and it's an honor that I wear on pridefully, because we are a great town. So, but thank you for having me on the show, Evelyn. It's great.
It's been a blast. Thank you so much.
God bless you all. Thank you.